I remember feeling very alone. You know, the tremendous losses that I had collected during that whole period of the separation and eventually the divorce. I didn't have my family with me.
There are more brothers and sisters now in the community of the church where they are struggling with the topic of divorce or separation, or even struggling within the marriage. They felt that they have let down the Lord. They become withdrawn from the church. They stop going for Mass, they stop receiving the sacraments.
I didn't like the idea of not succeeding in my marriage, and so I felt somewhat of a failure as a Catholic. A lot of the times we feel like we have to leave our parish. From a family of 4 attending Mass to suddenly it's just me. And I have heard from individuals who have been told that they can no longer serve in RCIA or be a lector, or a divorced Catholic cannot receive the Eucharist.
Or I cannot be a communion minister or catechist. However, that all these misconceptions are actually not true. Today, the church also understands that there is a growing trend of divorces. Whether you are married, separated or divorced, the church still welcomes you. That's what Pope Francis has mentioned. It's actually a few hospitals to welcome those who are struggling in life today.
Marriage has always been seen as the central part of the lay community. And so for someone who is dealing with all the losses and all the pain of divorce, and coming back to church, sometimes it does feel like you're on the outside looking in.
Having the church acknowledge that there is a group of brothers and sisters who are facing this topic of separation divorce is the first step. Catholic Divorce Support Group was actually formed in 2015 when the church noticed that there was a growing trend of separation and divorce.
I didn't know that there was this program which I eventually attended.
We run a program called Surviving Divorce, reaching out to those Catholics who have stopped coming to church, stopped receiving the sacraments, and welcoming them back to the community is an important step.
Surviving divorce helped me tremendously, and I remember how I started off going into that program ready to do battle.
The rosary which we often reflect upon is that that's the 7 Sorrows of Mary. It depicts upon how Mary, despite the challenges, especially the flight to Egypt, seeing her son suffer, she has always trust in God. And seeing that how Mother Mary has totally trusted God despite what she's going through, or encourage us actually as Catholics who are going through separation and divorce to trust in God.
She inspires me to be a better mother. So I look to her, I think, the best possible mother that ever lived, for inspiration, for strength, for comfort. I believe that at the center of this ministry that reaches out to the divorced and separated would be our Blessed Mother and, of course, Jesus.